November to January.
Man right there.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
Scotty, Tom, get in here.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Apologies, Mr. Cooper.
So, Amari, I guess just what happened on that one play when you went down for a minute?
Just bad footing, bad weather. Just slipped and, kind of tweaked something, but it's all good now.
What did you guys when you guys look back on the film, what was kind of the biggest takeaway you had about what you were able to do week one and what, how you can build on that?
I mean, they were who we thought they were. I mean, teams don't really change much from who they are. It's just all about who go out there, execute their game plan the best, and that's what we did.
I know you guys didn't hit the big plays down the field like you had hoped to. A lot of that was obviously weather-induced, but when you went back in the film room and you just looked at those plays and how they developed, do you get excited, though, knowing that those plays are going to be there in much better conditions?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, during the rain, it's much more harder to pass the ball. The ball is heavier, so it's harder for Deshaun. It's more slippery. You don't know whether or not you should wear gloves. I mean, it's a lot of things that go on in the rain, but you just have to endure and fight through and find a way to win. It's football at the end of the day.
Amari, I think you're 598 catches. Just getting to 600, I mean, it seems like a milestone. Does that mean anything to you?
It's just numbers at the end of the day. Not really. I mean, if it meant that much to me, then I would have known that it was 598. So, at the end of the day, it's just numbers. I just come do my job. Obviously, I want a lot of catches, but the 600 catch milestone doesn't mean much.
What do you see when you look at Pittsburgh's defense? Obviously, they're coming off a little disappointing opener, but just what do you see when you watch them on film?
Same defense. They've been running for years. Obviously, they have a lot of new players in the secondary, so that will be a challenge. But as far as the structure, it's pretty much the same.
Coop, since you go against them every day, how drastically different does this Browns defense look than last year's?
A lot different. Just the structure is different. The philosophy, they're playing a lot more man, and we have some good corners to do that. So I think it's good. It's good for our defense. It's a good challenge for them. So that's pretty much it.
I know you're a 1 week at a time kind of guy, but starting 2-0 with 2 division wins and one of them in prime time, does that feel like you guys can really make a statement this week?
Of course. I mean, that's one of the first goals of every team, to win a division. You win a division, you kind of put yourself in a good spot. So obviously that will be a great milestone for us. And also being that we haven't won a division in such a long time, of course.
The defense said that the Bengals were a good first test for them. You go against that defense. Has that been a very good test for you guys on offense to prepare for guys like this?
Yeah, it has been. They've been playing really well. Even when we, did the joint practices with Philly, they played really well. So it's been a great challenge for us. Like I said, those guys on the outside present a great challenge for us as wide receivers because they're such good corners. So, yeah, I mean, they've been doing their job.
You had a lot of battles with Peterson throughout the years, and have you seen his game change at all?
Honestly, I haven't really had that many battles with him. Obviously, I've gone against him a couple times, but I've just never really been in his division. Never played against him that much, but he is a player that, he's from South Florida like I am, so, he was a very dynamic player. When I was in high school, he was in college. I think he's like 4 years older than me, so it's a player that I respect a lot. He still has that speed and that playmaking ability out there. So it's going to be a great challenge.
You've played in some tough environments. Just what makes that stadium so tough to play in?
This is another situation where I haven't really played in that stadium a lot. I think maybe like twice, maybe 3 times. Who knows? But you know, obviously with the history of the Steelers, you know, they always come to play. Like Mike Tomlin, he's never been under 500 in his career, so they're always they're always pretty much ready to play. I think that's probably the biggest challenge that they present. It's just a team that you know is going to come out there and be ready.
In conversations with the receiving core and Deshaun, do you guys have to sort of wipe away Sunday because of the rain as you look ahead to this week?
No. It's nothing that you wipe away because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's football, and those are the conditions that can occur at any game. You know, you might be playing in the Super Bowl in the rain, so no, you don't wipe it away. It's a learning experience. You have to learn how to play, you know, in those conditions to be able to win. So no, it's just a learning experience.
Did it help, I guess, in conversations this week talking about, like, okay, this is what the situation was like on Sunday, this could be the situation on Monday, I guess, when you look at the passing game?
Did it help, like, in what way?
Just kind of in communication and building that connection.
Yeah, I mean, you know, after every game, we come in on Monday and we talk about the scenario, we talk about the game, we talk about, you know, the challenges that were presented during that game. So, you know, of course, we've learned from it. Thank you.
Thanks, Amari.
Sorry, Joel.
Yes.
Can you just talk about, what is it like to go into Pittsburgh in this big Monday night game and try to keep this thing rolling?
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. We haven't had too much success there as an organization. And we know anytime you go there, especially on Monday night, they have a really good history of winning games there. So for us, it's a huge challenge. Division game, you gotta try and get as many of those as you can. So we know they're gonna be ready for the challenge as well. But it's a big opportunity for us. We're really focused on improving each day this week and going in and hopefully putting on a good performance for ourselves.
Does that place itself feel different than other stadiums, just with the crowd and everything that kind of comes with it?
For me, we play there so often, you know what I mean? It's one of the 3 that we play every year. So you get a different feel for it, you know what I mean? But they have great fans, and they get rowdy and they support their team, and they have a long history of winning there, so it's definitely a tough place to play.
So how do you think DeJuan did stepping in for Jack, and then obviously the challenge this week, he's got to go up against TJ Watt?
Yeah, very solid. Anytime you get thrown in the fire like mid-game, it's always a quick adjustment, but I thought you saw in pass protection his potential, you know what I mean? He did some really good things, and him and Wyatt are just working now to communicate, understand where we're going on all the run plays and everything like that. But he did a really good job. I think he's focused this week. I've seen a real focus, and now he probably has one of the, top 3 edge rushers in the game that he has to play on the road, on a Monday night game for his first start. So it's a big ask by him, but he's very focused this week, and we have a lot of respect for TJ Watt and what he does as a player. So it'll be a big challenge for him, but he is very focused on taking those steps to be ready to play.
Is winning a regular season game there on your bucket list?
I would love to win, a game there. I really hadn't even thought about it. When you go through the season, obviously we haven't won a game since I've been there, regular season game there. So it'd be good if we got that win. But as a team, we don't talk about that too much. You know what I mean? We're just focused on the Steelers and ourselves and trying to be the best versions of ourselves this week.
How do you think not having Hayward is going to affect it?
Yeah, he's obviously one of their leaders, obviously one of the better D tackles in the league. They have some depth, though. We watch them in the preseason in this first game, and they bring some guys in. But I think it's going to be a multiple guy effort to replace him. Like, you're not going to have a guy that plays 80 snaps like he does, every week. And obviously he's a dynamic player for them. So it changes things a little bit, but they still have some very talented guys, starting with TJ and Alex on the edges, Larry inside. Obviously we know a lot about him, but they're going to rotate some guys in on that left side that we'll have to be ready for as well.
How would you rank TJ and Alex in terms of pass rush duos?
Yeah, they're up there. They're very good. I don't have a exact list, but they're both very talented. If you look at the sack numbers last year and when they both played in the game, they were one of the better defenses in the NFL. So it's a credit to them. They work hard. They play hard. They get every key they can to really try and take advantage of an offense. But they're very good. They're up there, probably top 3 or 4 in the league.
Joel, you've gone against defenses in this division, especially that Baltimore, Pittsburgh, that fly around, hit, talk, all that kind of stuff. What does it mean to have, I know it's early, have a Browns defense that's playing with that kind of swagger?
Oh, it's huge. I think we started off the season right. I think our defense played how they played all training camp. They were flying around. They were confident. They were, had some really good adjustments, and they moved the guys around up front to give them, matchups that they liked. And if they can keep playing like that, it makes the whole team's job easier. But we were pleased with that week 1. Now we just got to keep carrying it over. 1 week, I think you have some of the. 1 week in the NFL, you're waiting all offseason to play the game. Now you got to come back and play week 2, which is it's consistency in this league is the key. So
we've talked a lot about defensive offenses that move around like that. How difficult is that, Joel, when you're trying to figure out assignments and matchups and what have you?
Well, if you have a guy like Miles, like you probably want to put two bodies on him as much as possible. So if he's lined up at one position, it's a little bit easier to be like, all right, we can chip this guy or we can slide to this guy constantly. But if he's moving around, you don't know where he's at, so it makes it a little bit tougher to be like, yes, we can double team him every play, you know. And if you put five guys on the line, like if you're keeping a running back in to help double team, you're not getting another guy out on the route. So to move him around like that, it definitely makes you communicate a lot more as an O-line. And as you saw in the game, there's a few times where you're not going to be able to get that double team, and he has a one-on-one matchup.
The pregame notes say this will be 100 straight regular season starts for you. That seems pretty significant. After how your career started with a couple injuries, how important is that to you to have this kind of run?
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know about that one. Good notes there, Dan.
Yeah, right.
No, it's anytime you can go out there and play, it's a blessing. And you know, I know early in my career I felt like I was unlucky, you know, and football is one of those things where, I mean, we saw Jack the other day, you know, half a second earlier, half a second later, and he's probably still playing. So it is a lot of luck, but to be out there with the guys anytime you get a chance to play is pretty special. So I'm you know, taking every game one game at a time, but it'll definitely be something I can look at after the game and be like, that's pretty cool.
Joel, now that you guys have a game in your hip pocket, how would you compare Deshaun's comfort level going to Pittsburgh this time versus, say, last year when you guys went to the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely more comfortable with offense. We've played in Pittsburgh now as a group before. You know, it wasn't our best game at the end of last year, but I think we have that confidence. I think we had one game this year to kind of get some stuff under our belt, and obviously it was a sloppy weather game and things like that, but the confidence in what we're running is there. Now we just got to go out there and execute and continue to improve the minor details to make it really work.
But his command of the offense, like, did you notice a difference last year?
Yeah, we have a lot more checks in. We have a lot more, you know, different pass run options that we can pull out, and last year we had a little bit more just kind of base stuff.
For the new guys like Juan and Elijah Moore, what advice would you give them going into a game like Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I mean, they've played in big games. You know, Juan's played in the Super Bowl, so I think he has some experience, you know, playing in those big games. And for us, it's like we have a lot of respect for Pittsburgh and what they've done as an organization. We're truly trying to focus on ourselves to be the best, but I think if they just come in there and treat it like the next game on our schedule, and that's the most important game of the year because it's our next game, if we have that mentality, I think we'll go in with the right thought process.
Joel, if you saw somebody doing a crossover before, like when they're looking at you, what would be your thought process there?
Slide left, you know what I mean? No, he's you know, we always joke he has that Euro step. That's what I call his like best pass rush move anyway. So to put a basketball, you know, pretend like he's dribbling is maybe just gets him into his mindset, you know. And he's lined up over the left guard in practice before, and you know, it's one of those ones where it's like, you know, you're going to have a battle when he lines up there. But I don't know. That'd be one that you'd have to ask me after, because I would never expect to see that on the football field.
He's never done it to you?
No, I mean, he's Euro stepped on me, but he's never done the little dribble before a play.
I was going to ask that Euro step, like, is that just impossible to stop when he does it, or close to impossible?
It's pretty good. And the thing about him is a lot of guys kind of have like a little Euro step in there, but he can cover such distance with it, and he's so fast and powerful that it makes his kind of one of a kind. But yeah, that's the Myles Garrett move that I think if you're like, all right, he's going to win a pass rush, that's probably what he's going to bring out to try and do that.
I thought he traveled.
They don't call travel anymore, you know, so.
Thanks, Joel.
Oh, thank you.
Hey man, take that hat off, bro.
He liked that. It's a nice hat.
Denzel, how much does not having Deontay impact their passing game in terms of what they do, what they like to do?
I think it definitely impact their game. He's a great receiver, one of their impactful players they got on their team. So I think it definitely hurt them a little bit. But they still got a great team. Still got a lot of capable receivers that are able to make plays that we still got to go out there and cover. And great rushing attack. But yeah, like I said, Deontay, he's a great player, and I know he'd definitely be missed out there.
Mike Tomlin tried buttering you guys up this week. He said that the corners won that game against Cincinnati, but you know, Joe Burrow was complimentary of you guys as well. To me, getting that type of love from the opposition.
I mean, this is the greatest team game there is. I mean, no one person could win a game. Like I said, the entire defense did a great job. The entire offense did a great job. Special teams did a great job out there, and we played complementary football. So I mean, it wasn't just the corners out there that won that game. It was rushing attack, Chubb, the offensive line. Our D-line did a great job getting pressure out there, getting the ball out, and we were able to hold up and do our job as well on the back end. But like I said, it's the greatest team game there is, and we all did our job and executed and found a way to get a win.
When you see Kenny Pickett, getting picked off like he did in the first week, sacked 5 times, does that get, your brain churning about what you guys might be able to do against him on Monday night?
Yeah, I mean, every game's a new game. So, I mean, that defense did a great job, and they found a way to get a win, and we got to find our own way to go out and get a win as well. So, we're definitely going to try to attack them as best as we can, and let's see if we get some takeaways and just do our job.
Martin was talking about Schwartz has loaves for not celebrating with your team. Can you expand on that a little bit? Just, that kind of mindset that, he's trying to instill with that. With that?
Yeah, just helping build on the camaraderie that we've been building on since training camp and getting everybody together. But, I mean, we're just having fun out there. We've been playing this game since we were a little kid and just celebrating the times. Cause, I mean, like I said, it's a game, having fun. So celebrating with your teammates, just enjoying the time out there and making plays.
What's it like playing behind that D line? I mean, you don't have to hold your guys forever with that rush.
No, it was great. I love those guys, man. Rush and coverage go together. They did a great job of attacking Burrow and those guys and getting that ball out fast. Helped us out on the back end.
Denzel, I mean, even when they weren't getting the sacks, they were at least hitting him or disrupting him in some way. How helpful is that to you guys to see them get the result?
Yeah, it was very helpful. Like I said, those guys was getting pressure on them. Like I said, we didn't have to cover too long, so definitely helped us out. And guys like MJ and Greg, Grant, everybody on the back end did a great job of playing tight end coverage and making plays.
Why is Pittsburgh such a tough place to play?
I mean, just their history, just who they are as a team. They're a tough team. Like I said, great rushing attack, always had great receivers, great defense. They're just a tough team, just the AFC. They're going to bring that competitive nature to the game, and we're going to have to go out there and match that.
Can you just talk about the magnitude of this game? Monday Night Football, Steelers, a chance for you guys to go 2-0 for the first time since 1983. And they have won 20 at home on Monday Night Football since 1991. So just so many big storylines in this game.
Yeah, it's a lot of big storylines. I think you just got to kind of minimize it a little bit and just focus on what you got to focus on. We're going out there to try to find a way to get a win, and that's all it is. So I think the storylines will take care of itself, but we go out there, execute, do our job, and everything else will take care of itself.
MJ said last week that he feels like they're the best. You guys are the best trio in the league. Where do you feel like you stand in terms of your trio?
Yeah, I'm right there with him. I feel like we're the best trio in the league for sure. And I mean, we got to go out there every day, every game, and show that. We show that now in practice, and like I said, go out there in the game and do that. We got to back up. We can't just say that, but we got to go back it up.
What is Calvin Austin? I think number 19 maybe. What does he add to their? What does he add? I know he didn't play last year, but what does he add now to their offense?
Yeah, he's a speed receiver, speed guy, good vertical threat, and like I said, one of those guys that we're gonna have to try to eliminate out the game.
Deshaun was saying yesterday that this is a chance for you guys to show the world what you can do. Do you sort of look at it like that too, this big Monday night game?
Yeah, I think every opportunity we get to go out there in front of the cameras, in front of the fans, is a chance to showcase what we're capable of. So I think it'd be a great opportunity.
Are you more excited, with being on Monday night, the primetime game, the only game on TV? Like, do you have to manage your emotions and the excitement that, playing in a game like that brings?
Not for myself. I mean, I can play. I'd rather play 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Don't matter to me. 8 o'clock. Just going out there playing the game. I love to play. Try to find a way to get a win. Regardless of when it is fine with me. But like I said, it's gonna be a great opportunity and a great game.
Denzel, you guys only allowed 2 third downs conversions from Cincinnati average, and it seems you guys finished 17th in that area last year, and you guys are already number 1 right now. Though we have more games to come, what do you think has been the biggest difference within the third down approach, stop approach from last year to right now?
I think it all started in training camp, really, and just getting the guys together. Just every little detail, just the camaraderie, guys going out to eat, guys hanging out, just the close knit the bond that we built around here. I think has been huge, but just also bringing in guys like Coach Schwartz and just the defense he set in place and the expectations that he set in place for this team and defense has definitely, I think, set us in the right direction.
I know it's early, D, but is this the most fun you've had?
Oh yeah, it is. I would say so. I'm definitely having a lot of fun out there. Just being with the guys, just play, like I said, playing the game of football, playing this game that I've been playing since a little kid. I think you guys see that out there, just the celebrations and everything that guys have been doing. So it's definitely been fun.
Good.
Thank you.
Go Knights.
What's up?
What's up?
22.
Proud of you, man.
I'm not proud of you. You let DeJuan skip you the other day. I wait my turn, you know.
Thoughts of heading into this big Monday night game, national television, Steelers, chance to go 2-0, and just the magnitude of this game.
Yeah, you know, prime time. You know, guys supposed to shine. So we're putting the work we need to put in right now. You know, carry some momentum over, and go over there and take care of business.
Grant, is that as well as you've played against the Bengals? Or do you think that's like your best game that you played against Cincinnati?
I don't know. Maybe so far. Maybe we didn't come away with any takeaways or anything like that. But it was a pretty sound game for myself and as a defense as a whole too. So we can build on that.
Grant, what has it meant for this group to play with the freedom that Coach Schwartz allows? I know he's got you guys accountable on plays as well, but just allowing you to play loose and do your thing.
Oh yeah, no, we're accountable for sure. Like it just looks like we're playing loose because
I got you.
yeah, because everybody's locked in and you know we did a lot of good work in camp because we had an emphasis on starting fast. But you know I think everybody's on the same page for the most part. We try to keep stuff simple so guys can move fast, and you know I think it's working out.
So what does it do for the group and its confidence and its trust in Coach Schwartz when things go as well as they did in the first week?
Oh, you know it's gonna be okay, but you know nobody write a team on or off of 1 week. So you know are we the team that we think we are going into this week? Prime time show the whole world. So you know we're gonna see.
Grant, you guys talked all preseason, offseason about the versatility at safety. Just talk about in one game how you guys were able to show that off.
Versatility at safety. Yeah, like you know, as a safety myself, I pride myself on doing everything. You know, I was able to show like some man coverage on receiver. That was a good third down stop. My tackling has been all right, and really get a chance to show them ball skills in a few. So, you know, man, I try to work on every facet of my game, and I think that as a 3 safety tandem that we have, and Rocket coming up, D-Bell too, like we have a lot of talent in that room. You know, we not a room that everybody was too high on coming into the season. So, you know, we take that with a grain of salt, and we bite down and we gonna work. So we want to show that we one of the stronger groups on the team.
You did that all without Juan Thornhill on the field. When he gets back into the lineup, how lethal does that make this defense?
Yeah, it's gonna be scary, man. You know, Juan had a little preview of what he could do in KC, pick 6. And so, you know, we trying to carry that momentum, man. He got great ball skills, smart guy, 2 Super Bowl rings. So, yeah, man, we have a pretty deep room, so don't be surprised.
I think Bobo, after the game, was like he made a comment like, in Coach Schwartz, we trust like as the defense. I guess what about Jim, with him coming in, has allowed him to gain the trust of this defense so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, just as long as he's been in the game, the success he's had, and, you know, like with that, it's no easy. Like he knows what he's talking about. So, you know, we trust him. He puts us in the right positions, and he lets that D line go eat, and he lets us really showcase what we can do in the back end.
How about Kenny Pickett? What are your thoughts on Kenny? What you've seen on film? And do you guys feel like you can do some of the same things maybe that San Francisco did last week?
Yeah, you know, he beat us last year when we played there. So he's seen us before. We've seen him. We know what he can do. It's year 2 for him. You know, he's gotten better as a player, I'm sure. Got more familiar with their scheme. You know, he can make some sideline throws, deep balls, stuff like that. He got a good receiver in 14. He'll catch the ball. So they got weapons, man. So it's going to be a good challenge for us.
You were able to be physical with T. Higgins, part of the reason why you guys held him in check for so long. Now you're going against George Pickens, who's arguably probably a little bit even more physical. Do you think you guys are prepared to handle that?
Physical?
Yeah.
Than T. Higgins?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, you know, it's gonna be a good challenge. Like, he go catch the ball. He got some raw talent, but you know, we got to go in there with the same mentality that we always have. We trying to be the best in the world, man, and you know, this team's just next in our way, to be honest. So we go in there with that same mentality, take care of business, and get out of there.
And we've heard Coach Schwartz hold you guys accountable. What's that like when he's kind of getting after you?
He's getting after us.
That hard coaching.
You know,
He's coming from a good place, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Every great coach gonna come from a good place, man. It's not a lot of. He wouldn't be here if it wasn't come from a good place. So he knows what he's talking about. You know, like stuff like play to our leverage, and that's some stuff that he might get on you for as a DB for getting beat from the leverage or something like that. But DB, you out there, man. You out there. You gotta show what you can do. You gotta make some plays and some man-to-man.
Especially coming off of, you know, a week in which you guys were somewhat disrespected. This is a chance, Sean mentioned that this is a chance for you guys on national television to show the world what you're all about. I mean, do you sort of feel that way too? Like, hey, now we can show everybody what.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm sure that not a lot of people had us high on their radar coming to the season. We did. That's all that mattered, really. You know, I don't pay too much attention to what they say on the TV. They get paid to do that, so it's a good opportunity for us to go out and show what we could do. Nothing too much else to say, you know. For myself, you know, I do the same thing. I keep a low profile and just let my play do the talking. To be honest, and I'll get to talking after that. So.
Being on that national stage and on prime time, how do you kind of manage the emotions and the excitement that can go into a game like that?
Really, it's really the same, man. Like, it's the NFL. Every game, every rep counts. Everything's on. If the game's not in prime time, it's on social media somewhere. People seeing it. So, you know, we go in there with the same mentality. But, you know, star shine in prime time games. So somebody will step up.
What's it about that stadium that makes it so hard to win it?
I don't know. We haven't won in that stadium?
2003 in the regular season, yeah.
Oh, no, damn. I didn't know that, but hey, man, it's a new year. It's a new year. They got a great team. Obviously, they've had our number, I guess, for a few years now. So we're going there to take care of business. We're not too worried about that. They have a great team. Great coaches, crazy fans, so it's gonna be a heck of an atmosphere. Good. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. All right.